ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is my episode 5 of my Blodeo. This is a spotlight memory. Uh, Still working on the title. But this is going to be me talking about uh, certain events that happened in my life that I will cherish a lot. Most of them will be from Comic Con because Comic Con is the most amazing experience anybody can ever have. Ever. And I always recommend people to go at least once in their life because it's so cool. You don't really have to be like a nerd or anything. It's just a really fun, neat experience that anybody and everyone should experience at least once in their life. Um, I missed the last few, unfortunately, due to work. And another unfortunate event last year was canceled because of, you guessed it, COVID. But a bunch of them have been doing virtual cons, and which is cool, I guess, but also really pointless in my opinion. Because one, where's the interaction with the people and seeing everybody dress up as cool costumes and that they created with their own two hands, and it's always fun watching that and asking pictures and photos and whatnot. So this one's about just my several cherished memories and whatnot. Again, I'm not scripted, so I don't know if I'll be swearing or anything. Maybe not, just so I could get everybody out there to experience Comic Con in a PG fashion. So let's start this off. I will say this: one of my sister, one of my sisters, I took her one year and she loved it. And I remember her. Like, I took a picture of her reading her first comic book at Comic Con, and it was a Deadpool illustration, and she loves Deadpool. But I after that one year, she's like, "Oh, it's so much fun. We should go again next year, and then next year, and then." We were talking about it yesterday at dinner, and she was like, "We should go to San Diego Comic Con." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And then she she was like, "Yeah, we should." Because we've been talking about it for a while. She's like, it'll be so cool to go there, but we'll be going 2022. And I was like, "Yep, 2022. That'll give us time to get ready for our cosplay and whatnot." And she was like, "Yeah." She says she wants to be Laura Croft from Tomb Raider since she's obsessed with that video game. But she wants to do the deer hat thing. And I thought, that'll be dope. I'll go as Bane. I'll start working out and I'll get bulk and be Bane for Comic Con. She was like, "Yeah, we'll do. We'll have a whole year and some change to get through it." So she registered. I still have to register for it. Um, it's gonna be fun. Like San Diego, because we're talking about San Diego Comic Con. That's the Mac Daddy of Comic Cons, and they always have like bigger celebrities, bigger stars, bigger venues there always. And don't get me wrong, the one here in Arizona, they're cool. They do have some celebrities, a lot of them, um, but it's real different compared to the stories you hear at San Diego. But don't get me wrong, they had some amazing celebrities here that I met, like John Schneider. Uh, what's his name? Oh, what is his name? The guy who plays Spike. He was also in Smallville as Brainiac and Supernatural as one of the witches, warlocks. Oh, I forget his name. James Marsden. James Marsden. I met him. I met Ray Park, Sam Witwer, Manu Bennett, um, Stephen Amell, my favorite actor, Bruce Campbell. I met Lou Ferrigno. Uh, I met a bunch of cosplayers there. It was so cool. I met Honky Tonk Man once. There was a lot more celebrities I met. A bunch of comic book creators like John Layman, who did Chew and Army in Darkness versus Marvel Zombies. I really love his Chew though. It's really incredible. Um, I'm drawing a blank at the rest of them. But beside the point, that it's always fun meeting your celebrities that you admire and watch and see. So let's get started with my spotlight memories. So this one is really cool because I got both actors who played Darth Maul to sign it. I got Ray Park and Sam Witwer to sign this. And I remember because I think I bought this figure at the same con where I met Ray Park because I met him first. And I was like, I saw this growing up at, I want to say one of the pharmacy stores or Fry's or somewhere around there. And I saw it. And I was like, that is so cool. I want that. But I couldn't get it. So I missed out on it. But I saw it at Comic Con and I was like, oh, I'm buying it. I'm gonna get Ray Park to sign it. And he did. He's such a cool guy, such a chill dude. Really, really cool. Really funny. Um, when I met him, he asked me like what my name was. I said, "Oh, it's Enrique." What can you say? He's like, "Oh, it's Enrique," and he rolled his R's and he did that like that little shake hip thing, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, thank you, that is amazing." And my other sister who was with me, she was like, "Oh my goodness, that's so cool." We joked about it, and then he signed it. I went to his panel, which was really cool, and then several years later, Sam Witwer, who also voiced Darth Maul in the Clone Wars series and in Rebels, and again in the Solo film, he voices Darth Maul. And I was like, oh, hey, I want to get him to sign this too, so I could have both Darth Mauls on the on this figure. And when I met him, I'm like, hey, Sam Witwer, you're so awesome. You're really great. You're a cool guy. And I was like, can you sign this? He was like, oh yeah, sure. I'm like, hey, someone else. And I'm like, yeah, that's Ray Park. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that is so cool. So he signed it, and I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. I loved it. It blew my mind that I got both of them to sign it. And I also got my picture taken with Sam Witwer, which I will probably post at the end of the video. He was a really cool guy, really chill dude, and I loved meeting him. It was so dope. I went to his panel too, and it was funny because there was a stormtrooper who was going to ask a question, and he was like, TK421, why aren't you at your post? And everyone had a good laugh, and it was funny. He was such a cool guy. I'm really glad I met them both. I'm really also glad that I got them both to sign the same figure, and it was such a great experience. Um, when I met Jonathan Snyder, I went to his panel, and he's such a genuine, nice dude. He played Jonathan Kent in Smallville, and he was one of the Dukes of Hazzards. I don't know which name he was, but he was a blonde haired one, and he's such a genuinely nice guy. And when I met him, he was a cool dude, and I remember because my mom had the biggest crush on him when she was growing up, and she was watching. Well, not growing up, but she was watching the Dukes of Hazzard with my dad, and she had a big crush on him, and so me and one of my sisters were there, and um, we got him to sign a picture of him from Dukes of Hazzard for my mom, and I'm pretty sure she loved No, she loved it obviously because she's like, "Oh my goodness, Jonah!" Na, 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 na." And it was so cool and awesome, and it was good to see my mom smile like that. Um, another one. Sorry, this is gonna be another one that I met. I met a bunch of people that I liked. Was this guy, Deathstroke, Manu Bennett, Crixus. Um, I got a picture, my picture taken with him too, which I will post at the end of this. And me and my sister, actually, one of my sisters also was in the picture, and he had like, he was in the middle, and the two of us were wrapped around him, and it was like really cool. The cool thing about this one was though, it says "I keep my promises" on there. I don't know if you can read it, but I went to his panel too, and the dope part was that he was he asked people to come on stage with him to do his what is it called, that I forget what it's called, baku haku, that thing where all the warriors, they do that very intimidating dance. The He did that on stage, and I went up there with him, and so did a bunch of other people, and it was so cool because we all did the whole dance with him. And there's a YouTube video of it on that Arizona Con, and you could see my arm in the background because I was in the back, and it was such a cool experience. And at the end, we all got to shake hands and talk. It was like such a surreal, amazing experience. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the dance. It's a very intimidating warrior dance that they do. Like I've been seeing it all over TikTok, Facebook. The Rock did it. I think I know I saw a whole football team do it for high school or college. It was very intimidating. If you know the name of it, please type it because I don't remember it at the moment. But it was really cool, a really fun experience. This one, Wolverine versus Predator, 2010. I thought of that idea like a long time ago, and then I saw it on live on the YouTube website called Bat in the Sun, and they did this, and I thought it was so cool because they had Predator versus Wolverine, and I like blew my mind because I was like, I thought I don't want to be that person, but when I thought of it, I was like, that'd be so cool to see Predator versus Wolverine, and I asked them if they could draw it up, and they said, yeah, sure, why not? That'd be dope. And they drew it up, and I thought like it's so cool. Um, and Now that Marvel owns, Disney owns Predator and Aliens, they're they're gonna bring Aliens and Predator into the Marvel universe, and that's gonna be really dope because that could happen in comic books now. Though I would want to see Predator versus Punisher, which would be really sick, really cool. But another one, I didn't meet him in person. I ordered this one online since he doesn't come. Uh, he didn't ever come to Arizona. But I got Darth Vader, David Prowess autograph, and I ordered it online from his website a long time ago. And I got him to sign it. I find your lack of faith disturbing. I thought that was a really cool line. And there's also Boba Fett. Maybe if I ever meet, uh, either the, I think he passed away. I guess if I meet the Boba Fett from Mandalorian, I could get him to sign it. Um, that should be enough for now because I would love to go through memory lane, and that'll take hours, and I cannot stop talking since I'm able to talk normally. But I got a bunch of memories in here that I really love. But my last one, because I was talking to my sister the other day when we were at dinner and talking about Comic-Con, was that one year me, her, and my other sister, we went to, we'll just call them R and L, because I know they won't want to be referenced by their name on here. Me, R, and L were at Comic-Con one year. L dressed up as Miss Piggy, and it was such a good job. She had the pig ears, she did the nose, like she did the ears herself, she did the nose, I think, herself too, with clay and everything. Then she had the red dress, the white fancy gloves, and a boa, and she did the voice of Miss Piggy, and she stayed in character the entire time. And I remember because they took a picture in the Impala from Supernatural, which was really cool. I wish I had gone in there, but I was like too nervous and shy to do it. So she stayed in character the entire time, did the voice, and I remember somebody like came up behind her trying to ask for a picture. She freaked out. She, oh, karate chop, and she chopped them. She chopped the guy. And she obviously she did the Miss Piggy voice. I can't do it. My voice is too deep. But she did the Miss Piggy voice, said karate chop, and chopped the dude. And the guy started laughing, like, "Oh, can I take my picture with you?" And she's like, "Oh, of course, darling." And then she did the whole diva thing. It was really funny. Well, that's it. That's all I got for Memory Lane of episode 5. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will definitely, at the end of the video, post up the pictures of meeting Sam Witwer and Manu Bennett. Thank you. Ciao.